AI is going to change your organization, but it's hard to know where the opportunities are and how to address the challenges that are going to arise. Hey, I'm Connor Grennan. I'm the Dean of Students at NYU Stern, head of generative AI at Stern, and a New York Times bestselling author. And I train leadership teams in how to use generative AI to maximize productivity. And in this course, I'm going to show you how to set your organization's AI vision, structure priorities, and augment productivity. And throughout, I'll be giving you examples of AI tools you can use to assist in these goals, and I'll highlight best practices from top organizations. We are going to approach AI as a leadership challenge, not just an IT one. So get ready to profoundly impact your company's performance and engage your entire workforce. In 1980, IBM, renowned for their colossal mainframe computers, found themselves at a crossroads, the rise of personal computing. CEO John Opel knew IBM would need a major pivot to survive and compete. But he had a serious challenge. His people, engineers, system administrators, technicians, only knew one way of working, on mainframes. They spent entire careers learning the inner workings of these giant computers. And now they watched as personal computing threatened to make their skills and their careers obsolete. John Opel had always preached mutual respect, openness, and honesty with his people, and he addressed their concerns head on. Personal computers weren't here to diminish their value. They were here to amplify their potential, and IBM couldn't do this without them. IBM's strategic pivot not only catapulted the company into a new era, but also gave its workforce a new and highly relevant range of skills. AI is bringing change of that same magnitude to your workforce today. And like back in 1980, taking advantage of this technology requires a culture in which your employees embrace AI, learn it, maximize its utility. The challenge? These same employees are reading endless news articles about how it could replace or forever change their jobs. So, how do we shape an AI-friendly culture? There are 3 actionable steps you can take. First, start with active listening. So you'll want to create a safe environment where you can listen to your people voice concerns and questions about AI without judgment. Culture thrives when there's trust in leadership. This can be done in the form of town halls or team meetings, basically wherever you can learn where their heads are at. This is not the time to showcase the power of AI. This is a time to focus on understanding your people. Next, you want to remind your people that you can't do this without them. Make sure your teams understand that AI is designed to go through them, not around them. Generative AI augments the capabilities of the user. Remind them that you hired them for their ingenuity, their creativity, and their experience. Reiterate the significance of their development, adaptability, and growth. Finally, your workers are looking to you to paint a vision for them. Illustrate the transformation that AI will bring, not to the company, but to each of your individual workers. Help them understand how AI will impact them on a personal and professional level, not just in this current role, but their entire careers. Share your personal journey with AI, the hurdles you overcame, the triumphs that delighted you. Showcase stories of colleagues who have effectively used AI in their roles, real-life examples that your people can relate to, and commit to getting them the training they need to thrive. We saw from IBM's example that success does not just come from adopting the technology, but from fostering a culture that embraces it, a culture built on trust, communication, and collective learning. This isn't just about changing the way we work. It's about empowering individuals to evolve, to grow, and to achieve more than ever. At its heart, building an AI-friendly culture means focusing first on the human potential and leaning into the power of collaboration between humans and AI. Think back to your first office job. More often than not, it involved routine tasks and filling a well-defined role. As you progressed in the company, you'd find yourself managing and improving the work of those entry-level folks and then ultimately becoming more responsible for the big picture. But today, advancements in artificial intelligence, and especially generative AI, are allowing innovative companies to rethink this entire corporate structure, from what we might be able to automate to the future of roles and job descriptions. So, how could this impact traditional hierarchy? Well, to start, entry-level employees can use generative AI to manage administrative responsibilities, giving them the time and the ability to tackle strategic problem solving. This will have implications on what kind of people you bring into the organization. More and more, you'll need to hire for critical thinking over administrative skills. Middle management's role will change in the same kind of way. As AI automates operational tasks, they'll evolve into project leaders with a focus on nurturing talent. Traditional tasks like report generation or project tracking can be automated with AI, and that means fewer people in this role. Instead, middle managers will see an evolution towards strategy, talent development, and innovation. And finally, with these changes to entry-level and middle management employees, senior leadership can focus on building culture and setting the course for the organization. Generative AI in this way is the ultimate translator. Computer scientists can share the perfect analogies to help senior management understand issues and opportunities. And senior leaders will now have the right language to share their vision across departments. Together, all of this is leading toward a future where flatter, team-based structures drive innovation. Remember that first office job? Think about how you might have used your skills differently or spent your time more productively. If routine tasks were automated and you had the freedom to innovate in partnership with generative AI, that's possible today. And the companies that create these opportunities will have a real advantage. Remember when Netflix mailed you DVDs in those white envelopes? Okay, I'm showing my age a little bit, but stay with me for a second. It was around 2007 when Netflix saw a future where streaming would dominate, not DVDs. And they asked a bold question. What if they redesigned their business to be completely digital? Well, today we're seeing a similar opportunity with AI. Companies are asking, what would it look like to reinvent our business? Not just by adding AI onto an old model, but by reimagining our model altogether. Companies out in the real world are taking a variety of different approaches to this. Walmart, the retail giant, implemented AI across its business, from inventory management to customer service. They started with a clear problem: how to optimize their vast supply chain. They curated large amounts of data, developed flexible algorithms, and adopted a global approach to AI implementation. IKEA, the Swedish furniture company, didn't just add AI to its customer service, it transformed its call center employees into interior design advisors. They used their AI bot, Billy, to handle routine customer inquiries, freeing up their human employees to provide value-added services. And Bank of America began to use AI to monitor transactions for money laundering violations. They used AI to automate tasks, identify patterns of suspicious activity, and generate compliance reports. From these cases, we're seeing that AI implementation is not just about a tech upgrade. It's about how that tech advances a company's strategy. So let's distill these examples into 3 key principles for success. Start with the problem, not the technology. Clearly define what problem you're trying to solve, and then explore how AI can address it. It's easy to get entranced by certain AI capabilities, but remember, any tool must advance your core value proposition or address a specific challenge. Second, reimagine, don't just add. Have your team conduct the following exercise. How would this process have evolved if we always had access to current AI tools? The purpose is to avoid layering new tech onto outdated processes that have been in place for years. But go bold. Get to the root of your value proposition and reimagine. And third, involve end users early and often. The people who use the AI solution in your company have to be involved in the development from the beginning. They're the ones that can provide critical insights into what happens when a tool is implemented, like how does the theory line up with the practice? It also fosters buy-in and adoption. Your people are way more likely to embrace a solution that they help develop. In every case of AI transformation, company leadership, from tech to HR to management, needs to help your workforce understand what's happening, why it's happening, and what it means for them. Change can be tough. As Netflix discovered years ago, successful implementation of AI is not just about the technology. It's about enhancing your value proposition. And the companies that go all in on reimagining what could be will find themselves pulling ahead of their competition. As a leader, you know unlocking employee engagement requires understanding who your employee is as an individual, what they value, what drives them, and their goals. The challenge is creating this culture of one-to-one personalization in environments where managers are responsible for both providing this attention for each direct report and their competing business priorities. It's a lot on one person's plate. Luckily, AI excels in personalization, and there are practical strategies and tools emerging that your teams can begin implementing, starting with real-time feedback. AI tools can help leaders by providing real-time feedback to enhance communication among teams. From the moment an employee comes on board, generative AI can be at their service, answering questions, guiding them to the resources they need to get started. When they're provided immediate responses to their inquiries, there's no reason to stop their workflow as they wait for a manager or an HR response. Take the IT services giant, Genpact. They leverage AI to detect employee dissatisfaction through their AI-powered chatbot, Amber, which regularly interacts with employees, measuring their engagement, alerting management if something seems off. This continuous, immediate feedback loop enables employees to adjust and improve their performance quickly, leading to better job productivity and satisfaction. Second, leaders understand the importance of recognizing and rewarding employees to motivate and retain them. AI can assist with tracking rewards and recognition. AI can analyze extensive individual performance data, enabling a bespoke approach to rewards and recognition. It can track performance metrics against benchmarks, highlighting outperformers. AI can then help design personalized rewards that align with each employee's unique motivations and interests. WorkHuman, for example, it uses its AI-powered social recognition platform to reward employees for their contributions. Third, fostering work-life balance. By tracking work hours, even analyzing email tones to detect signs of stress, AI provides managers with valuable insights. Companies like SAP have an employee central system that carefully tracks time off and hours worked and can use AI to gain insights from that data to monitor for burnout. These insights guide managers in encouraging work-life balance through helping employees take regular breaks, delegating tasks, and setting boundaries. So far, I've mentioned a lot of AI-assisted day-to-day tasks, but what about the value of AI for an employee long-term? Well, because AI can automate routine tasks, entry-level staff can invest time on tasks that align more with the company's vision, increasing overall investment in the company and satisfaction, knowing that their work has meaning. Also, AI can play a pivotal role in career pathing. Generative AI can serve as a sophisticated career coach, analyzing an individual's skills, interests, performance, and aspirations. BetterUp uses AI to provide employees with personalized coaching and development, tracking employee goals, providing real-time feedback, and recommending resources and strategies for success. So start today. Implement one AI tool in your company. Track the change among different departments, learn from it, and let it guide your next steps. Remember, employees are your partners in this. Their insights will show you what's hitting the mark and what might need adjusting. Most people think Henry Ford invented the automobile. In fact, his real success was the assembly line, a brand new technology at the time. Assembly lines cut production time of a Model T from 12 hours to 90 minutes. But something happened that Ford didn't expect. Workers quit. They found that doing one or two repetitive tasks dull and monotonous. So Henry Ford doubled their wages, and they stayed. Now, doubling your wages at your organization probably won't work, right? So, how does your company keep workers engaged without radically increasing your budget? Well, this is where learning and development teams really shine, by keeping your talent engaged and upskilled and offering a range of practical skills that can bring fulfillment to people beyond financial compensation. But creating a comprehensive and effective curriculum that caters to every individual's unique learning needs can be challenging, as any experienced educator will tell you. So, how can AI help? First, AI can act as a personal learning coach for each member of your team. By tracking every employee's progress, pinpointing their strengths and areas for improvement, AI can formulate custom learning plans that match individual needs. AI can assess an employee's interaction with learning materials, their performance on tests, and receive their feedback. Docebo, for example, is a cloud platform using AI to tailor learning to the individual. AI can also track your reading preferences and stay updated with the latest industry trends so you can learn at your pace. Large language models like Perplexity AI can curate materials quickly based on interest. Other AI tools recommend learning materials to employees, significantly streamlining their information search by having relevant information ready to serve up. A company like Edcast delivers hyper-personalized content in the flow of work to integrate research and job responsibilities. What's more, AI brings consistency to assessments, freeing L&D professionals to take up strategic roles, enhancing overall efficiency. This allows L&D professionals to direct their energies toward creating fresh learning materials or providing personalized guidance to employees, rather than being mired in administrative tasks. And finally, while there are companies like Guider and Together to track peer mentoring for better engagement, there are also AI mentors through platforms like Rocky AI that function like personal coaches, available round the clock. They offer personalized advice to employees, keeping them engaged and assisting them in overcoming obstacles. Imagine these AI mentors providing real-time feedback and promptly resolving queries. Today's workforce is shifting toward a skill-based economy where a diverse skill set is more valuable than a single specific expertise. With the help of AI-driven learning and development programs, employees will be able to continuously add to their skill set, ensuring their relevance in the dynamic job market. The organizations that will adapt best will partner with their employees, their people, giving them the autonomy and the ability to meet their personal and professional goals. Imagine an orchestra where each musician's performance is judged solely based on their loudness, not on the harmony or the rhythm they create together. Traditional performance metrics in the corporate world often focus more on sales numbers or customer interactions. But with AI, an opportunity exists to shift towards a holistic approach. We want to be that conductor who brings together all the unique strengths of each musician, ultimately creating an incredible symphony. Now, the challenge is to use AI to bring your symphony together. Start by focusing on AI-driven metrics. So what do I mean by that? Well, traditional performance metrics might not capture an authentic or accurate picture of an employee's contribution, but AI-driven metrics have the potential to fill this gap by analyzing varied data sources, project records, and communication platforms like emails using natural language. For instance, it could reveal that Sarah displays strong management skills, while Matteo performs well at leading strategic discussions. These kinds of insights allow you to leverage individual strengths, optimizing team performance. But how do we measure that performance? One-size-fits-all performance plans often fall short. Generative AI, having analyzed individual performances, might suggest a course in project management for Sarah, while encouraging Matteo to participate in strategic decision-making discussions. By creating custom plans for each employee, you foster individual development and increase your team's performance. So, how does this drive business value? Well, by making a team greater than the sum of its parts. Personalized metrics and performance plans allow each member to contribute their unique skills. Sarah's project management skills might lead to a successful client project, while Matteo's strategic insights could help pivot the company's services, giving you a market edge. In seeking ways to bring additional value, we can turn to the fact that generative AI is a powerful partner in brainstorming and interpreting data. You can uncover new, potentially overlooked KPIs and metrics. For instance, if your agency's performance is reliant on creative output, generative AI can suggest metrics that gauge creativity, such as the number of unique ideas generated or client satisfaction with creative output. But understanding the nuances of performance isn't just about creating new metrics. It's also about making your team more efficient by using AI to streamline roles and responsibilities. Greater visibility into performance metrics can identify overlaps and inefficiency in team roles. For example, AI might show that 2 employees spend a significant amount of time on client research, allowing you to delegate this task to one person and free up the other to focus on more strategic initiatives. Conversely, AI might reveal that an employee is juggling multiple roles, indicating the need to create a new position. One example of how companies are doing this is through Salesforce, which uses AI to track employee productivity and identify areas for improvement. The company's AI platform provides a personalized performance dashboard for each employee based on various interactions. This not only shows employees their progress against goals, but also pinpoints areas for improvement, offering strategies to enhance their performance. Remember to think of AI as your conductor. You can move beyond outdated performance metrics and create a symphony of employee productivity, job satisfaction, and business growth. The nuanced insights and dynamic capabilities of AI offer a comprehensive system to guide your employees toward their full potential, driving significant value for your organization. It's 1960. And President Kennedy has just announced NASA will land an American on the moon before the decade is out. Now, their success hinges on a ton of scientific factors, of course, but also crucially on a coordinated team of different experts who have to work together across departments under tremendous pressure. This example might seem a little extreme, but I like this comparison when talking about implementing unprecedented technology like AI, because it highlights how critical team effectiveness is when dealing with uncertainty. Today, similarly, you'll need your marketers to clearly communicate with your data scientists, to communicate to your developers, all the while balancing intense workloads under pressure. But AI also offers ways to address team effectiveness, augmenting our ability to work well together while keeping the human element central. So, what areas should you be thinking about when your focus is team performance? Well, in the age of AI, communication is the first critical priority when boosting team effectiveness. The best teams listen to ideas with empathy, they express ideas openly, and they work toward a mutual understanding. By fostering this kind of communication, we allow creativity to flourish, build stronger team bonds, and avoid misunderstandings. AI-driven platforms like Microsoft Teams enhance these interactions. And for those tricky moments when ideas seem too complex to put into words, generative AI tools act as like an English-to-English translator, making complex concepts easier to understand. But clear communication alone is not enough. We need to create an environment of transparency and accountability where everyone understands their roles, their responsibilities, and how their tasks are progressing. This kind of environment promotes mutual respect and makes everyone feel like they're pulling their weight. Tools like Monday.com, powered by AI, can be invaluable here, tracking task completion and individual performance, and thus promoting accountability. From there, it's crucial that we balance workloads within our teams. By doing this, we help prevent burnout, foster job satisfaction, and boost productivity. Fairly distributing tasks based on individual skills and capacity ensures that the team can work efficiently and harmoniously. And that's where AI comes into play again with tools like Trello, which utilize artificial intelligence to intelligently balance workloads, ensuring that no one feels overwhelmed. Finally, all of these elements lead us to create positive team dynamics, the kind that promotes productivity, encourages collaboration, and makes the work environment something to look forward to. A cohesive team can achieve more than the sum of its parts, tackling challenges head-on. Humu, an AI platform, is a great tool for the job, using its capacity to analyze behavioral patterns and offer personalized nudges to enhance team dynamics. Take a moment to consider your organization as it is now. Reflect on the types of strengths your people bring to work every day and their unique contributions. Now, think about how tools like Microsoft Teams for better communication, ChatGPT for simplifying complex ideas, Monday.com for tracking responsibilities, Trello for balancing workloads, and Humu for boosting team dynamics could enhance these strengths. These aren't just tech trends. They're practical resources designed to streamline team processes and boost effectiveness. So your next step, dive in. Start experimenting with these tools. See which ones resonate with your team's needs. Don't be afraid to tweak as you go. Improvement is a continuous process, and it begins with taking that first pragmatic step. AI tools are impressive, but they're widespread. They're a commodity. Your company may be the first with a powerful AI tool, but other companies will soon have that same tool, which means you probably can't win on technology alone. The question then is, how can we stand out? As always, this challenge comes with an opportunity. While certain AI tools may be a commodity, how you use them is not. The companies that will stand out will be the ones that cultivate an innovative culture that inspires their employees to maximize this technology. Let's look at what it means to match the right tools for the right tasks to inspire those employees. In any workplace, starting with efficiency is critical. Both companies and employees benefit from efficiency. It enables workers to quickly complete mundane tasks, getting them out of the way in order to dive into the tasks that truly challenge and hopefully excite them. This is the type of challenge that drew them to your company in the first place. The ideal tools do more than just automate tasks. They help your people discover intelligent ways to work, providing them with more time for strategic initiatives. AI solutions like Otter.ai, which handles transcribing and summarizing notes, functions like a personal assistant for every employee. Few things inspire as effectively as eliminating mundane tasks from our employees' workloads. Once these individual efficiencies begin to accumulate, an employee's productivity rises as well. You've minimized the time spent on mundane tasks, and as employees' productivity rises, this is the moment to capitalize on the momentum with even broader tools. Take Zapier, a no-code automation tool, as an example. It integrates smoothly into existing workflows, helping your team automate repetitive tasks and create innovative content, ideas, and insights. But the benefit goes beyond output. When employees can create more quickly at a higher level, it enhances both the quality of the work and the overall team spirit. True differentiation and growth happen when innovation permeates every level of your organization. That's where generative AI, like ChatGPT, really excels. These tools democratize AI in a way that's unprecedented. And that's key because real differentiation doesn't have to come from a big, bold move. It can happen in 1,000 small, everyday ways. With AI, differentiation and growth can now be a process driven not just from the top down, but from the bottom up. And to facilitate this, employees need efficient tools that can save time and productivity tools that speed up work while enhancing output quality. With the reclaimed time, they are then afforded opportunities to innovate. But remember that technology and AI tools are not simply ends in themselves. They serve as the scaffolding that allows people to reach higher and think smarter and innovate like never before. By embedding these tools into the fabric of our daily work, we're not just fostering efficiency and productivity, we're nurturing an environment that's ripe for innovation. Put your trust in your people. Equip them with the right tools, and you'll find that they're the ones driving your company's growth. My family loves roller coasters, but the crazier the better. I, on the other hand, prefer to watch from solid ground. But here's the thing. I can happily enjoy the spectacle knowing they are safely strapped in and secured. Those safety measures don't detract from the excitement. They instill confidence. They make it fun for them. But the more powerful a tool is, the more safety matters. You don't want to inhibit your employees' use of AI out of fear, but you also don't want to give your employees free rein without guardrails. What do guardrails look like in AI and large language models? How do we protect our data and still get the most out of these tools? First, we need to establish a clear data classification framework. This helps employees understand what data can be processed by AI systems and what has to be kept away. But how to do this? Every company is different, and when employees aren't sure, they'll err on the side of not using these amazing tools. Don't overcomplicate this. Use an easy-to-remember acronym or mnemonic that helps your people avoid entering proprietary information, anything breaching third-party agreements, or using data in a way that could have legal repercussions. Making data guardrails clear and memorable assists team members in their daily decision-making process. We're in new territory here. Employees will be looking for this guidance. Second, it's crucial to prioritize fairness and transparency when designing AI systems. Strive to utilize diverse and representative data sets for training your AI to mitigate algorithmic bias. Remember, historical data is almost by nature biased and needs to be accounted for. AI systems need to be as transparent as knowing the ingredients in a recipe. As business leaders, you know that trust is essential. Your team, customers, and even government officials are beginning to demand insight into how these AI systems operate. While many AI technologies are hidden, like secret formulas, there's a growing movement to reveal what's inside. When dealing with any vendor, one of your first questions should be about how their AI system functions. Understanding this isn't just about satisfying curiosity. It's about ensuring that the technology aligns with ethical standards, which is critical to building trust and accountability in your organization. Next, build out comprehensive data governance policies. Imagine crafting a detailed roadmap for your data's journey. It's about more than just technology. It's about stewarding responsibility. Lay out clear guidelines for every stage of your data's lifecycle, from the collection to storage to processing and even its eventual deletion. But don't stop there. Implement rigorous checks and balances for your AI systems to make sure that they consistently act both ethically and efficiently. These policies should be at the fingertips of your team. It's not just about compliance, it's about building trust with your employees and your clients and showing them precisely how you protect and manage their data. Lastly, conduct proactive and informative training. This includes education on what data should and should not be entered into AI systems and why. It also means explaining the impacts of data mismanagement which can include regulatory penalties and reputational damage. By promoting a deep understanding of how AI systems work and interact with data, you can help your team make informed decisions and use AI tools effectively. Remember, safety measures are not barriers. They free us up to innovate. Start today by defining your data classification, prioritizing fairness and transparency, implementing strong data governance policies, and training your team proactively. You'll be protecting your organization and building trust with your stakeholders. As we integrate AI into our organizations, we're also entering an uncharted ethical landscape. We're talking about systems that help us brainstorm and strategize and communicate, all in a way that's uncannily human. And our reliance on these systems is only growing. But what influences the insights that AI provides? How do these systems prioritize different values? How do they align with our human need for ethical decision-making and combating bias and protecting privacy? The answers to these questions will have profound impacts on our business decisions and outcomes, and even our society at large. We have to get this right. With the right framework and the right tools, we can mitigate these risks, but we need to design proactive measures to anticipate and navigate these challenges step by step. This starts with ensuring transparency. The impartiality of an AI's conclusions depends on the objectivity of the data it's trained on. So for business leaders, gaining a clear understanding of the AI system, including the algorithms it employs, is essential. The ideal time to identify and rectify bias and ethical issues is before that system is put into place. Test the system using standard questions and queries to ensure a data-driven approach. This will allow you to root out biases that are out of alignment with your company and societal values. This involves regular testing and updating of AI models, performing internal audits, and ensuring the AI system aligns with our business goals. Just like any other tool, an AI system has to be properly maintained to continue being useful and accurate. These are the pillars of responsible and fair AI adoption, and they demand ongoing attention and proactive management. But they also represent an opportunity, a chance to ensure that your AI serves your organization and upholds the highest ethical standards. Next is prioritizing privacy. This involves collecting only the necessary data and making sure we're safeguarding it. We learned some hard lessons in the past decade about how social media giants used our personal data in those early days. So companies need clear data management policies that involve continuous monitoring as this technology evolves. The misuse of data can lead to legal and regulatory issues, but it can also erode public trust in your organization in a way it's just really difficult to come back from. The responsibility for ethical AI starts at the top of the organization, but it permeates every level. And this is only possible with a culture where your employees are a vigilant part of this process. You need the right people with the right expertise in place to do this. So what does this mean for hiring? Well, it's not just about hiring the absolute best tech people out there. We're talking about finding the right talent who understand the legal, regulatory, and ethical frameworks and the nuances around those issues, and foster that talent. Don't leave this to chance. Ethics and fairness in AI is going to be all of society's responsibility. But as it relates to your business, your brand is built on trust. Get this right. Advertise your ethical principles, and you won't just be helping society, you'll be helping your business. Everything we've talked about in this course, from differentiation to strategy to ethics, it all comes down to one central theme: your people. Meeting the challenges and opportunities of AI in your organization requires a learning and adaptable culture that your people are all in on. With the power AI brings to your organization, they'll be the ones that drive change and discover new insights and even help monitor ethical issues that arise. So remember that. as we look at what AI can do for our organization. AI is meant to go through your people, not around them. That human connection will be more important than ever in a world of increasing automation. This journey is ultimately about augmenting the skills and experience that your people already bring to the table. Thanks for joining me on this course. I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. Reach out to me there. Let me know how it's all going, how I can be helpful to you. Look, these are exciting times and challenging times, and also sometimes, yes, intimidating times. Don't worry, you got this.